DegreeWorks is an opportunity to evaluate your degree using your academic records. It's accessed through a maritime self-service, and it also has a function called What If, which can be used to show if your electives fit into one of the tracks or if you're satisfying the requirements for the master's plus the advanced certificate. Log into DegreeWorks, click on Student, click on DegreeWorks, and it's going to have the academic view and worksheets as your main first view. This is a full page of which I focused on the top to give you some clarity of what we're looking at. It points out that you're a graduate student, that this is your master's, this is the program that you're in, and it should list your advisor as well. It also talks about what percentage of your degree is completed and what's your GPA at this point. After you've gotten your letter of intent and deposited, this would be what your status would look like, 0. And then the second part, the next block on the DegreeWorks page is called the Degree in Master's in Science, and it points out that for this degree, and everyone who's not in the regiment or the license program is going to see 34 credits. As I said, there's no real designation that you're in the supply chain management certificate program until you've reached graduation stage. I'll show you how you can tell whether you're satisfying that before, but it's a what if rather than the official records. Also over here, it says that you have currently have completed 0 credits. And then in the next stage, it lays out what I've put on the worksheet. And sometimes it's hard to read this in the screen form. And once it starts filling it in, it gets a little confusing. So before anything's filled in, as I said, it's 34 credits at the top. And this is how the credits and courses are going to be laid out. Orientation, the 4 core courses, and then here you'll see where it says 800 level electives. As on the official curriculum, it says you need 4 classes here. And then it says capstone or thesis. And you'll notice that it says either 2 electives and capstone or 1 elective and thesis 1 and thesis 2. So this is the 2 free electives and capstone. So just to review this again, it's 4 electives and they all must be 8,000 level electives, and then 2 electives and capstone. At this point, you'll notice it says no specific track. It just says that you have to have 4 and you have to have, it says 3 classes here, but what it really means is about the 3 classes are made up of the electives and capstone, or here you need the 3 classes, which would be 1 of the electives and then the 2 thesis classes. For students who are actually taking classes at this point, what you will see is your GPA from up to the previous semester. Again, you'll see your advisor, and this degree program, the percentage that you've completed will now increase and reflect the number of credits that you have as a percentage of the 34 credits that are required. And that's shown again in this next area, which is going to have the credits that are required, and pretty much always 34 unless you're in the DEC program. But under degree of Master's of Science, it's going to be 34. And how many credits you've completed and received passing grade. And then this is the GPA again for those. And here it says you have 16 credits completed and you need 18 more. So as you get prepared for the next semester, this is going to be, and planning out your charting your course for, meaning the plans for the rest of this program, this gives you an idea of how many credits you still have left to do after this semester. This 16 will include the courses that you are currently taking. And I'll show you that in a minute. But this is up to and including the courses that you're currently taking in this semester. Once this semester is done, you'll need 18 more credits to complete the degree. The body of the program when you start taking courses, as I said, it starts a little less clear to see, but it is showing you that you have completed these courses, the term in which you completed them, the credits you've gained, and the grades that you received. In IP means that this is the semester you're taking it, so it's in progress. You'll recall that 71, 73, and 7500 are prerequisites to taking electives so that you will see that you're moving in that direction. This student is an example of someone who, and to point out to you that while these three courses are the elective core courses and prerequisites, it is possible to do it as a co-requisite, and in some cases, we'll let you postpone it for a semester, but we ask you to request an override and give us information about when you're going to take that class. And then as you start taking your electives, they start showing up in this area. However, if you take an elective, and there's only one in the program called Logistics Within the Supply Chain, which has a 7400, you'll notice that that's counted down here. And it's simply because the software is anticipating that these will be your four definitely 8,000 level electives. And therefore, the 7400 falls more under the free elective, but it's just a matter of software configuration. It's not any problem or designation with the courses that you're taking. And hopefully you may decide to take a track. And as you do that, if you submit the form at any time, as I said, before graduation, even if you haven't taken all of the four courses, you can ask for the track to be established. It might help you to make your plans and to see how you're progressing through the program. And if you submitted a form and you want to be sure that the registrar has it included in your records, you will be able to see it on your degree works in this section, the top section of the degree works for your program. Once it has been included, then the track courses will actually show up in that area as listed as international logistics track. And you'll notice that they doesn't have the 800,000 electives anymore. They're listed here under this particular category, but you still have the two electives and capstone to complete. Suppose you don't know and you don't want to fill out the form yet. You want to see where your standing at this point is with the courses you've taken. You have an option of switching from academic to what if. You can then change your minor or add the minor, because at this point you don't have one, use the master's in international transportation, and then click on the minor of your choice to see how things would work out. When you click on major, you're going to take international transportation management because that's our program. And you have an option of taking one of the 5 tracks. So business and shipping, global transportation security, international logistics, marine insurance, research is down below. Then you click on proceed, and it takes and it looks at your courses, and it's going to show you the courses that fit the track that we've designated. Here we've designated on the previous slide the business of shipping track. I've included this slide so you don't get upset, because in the whole page, the portion that's your normal area to look for how you're doing your program, it shows that you have no elective in this 8,000 level 4 elective classification. Do not get upset, because what it's going to have done is it's going to have listed those in the track section. So no longer is this relevant to your program in the what if scenario where you've added the track. And for now, it's going to say you still need them, but it's just simply because they've moved them down into the track area, and it's the what if section of what we're doing. So below this, you'll find track business of shipping, and it'll list the courses. It actually moved them from this student's 8,000 no track 4 electives to this section where it says business of shipping electives, and you can see which ones would apply to that track and that you still need one more to complete the track. When you go for graduation, you will find on the application, you will also list the track, and the registrar's office will verify that you have completed 4 courses that satisfy the track. If they don't, it will no longer appear on your official transcript, which I would argue is not a major loss, because you have taken courses that fit your schedule, and you may have taken 3 courses in this area. You certainly would be able to tell a future employer in your cover letter that these courses are available here at Maritime. Is a unique opportunity with a focus on the business of shipping. Also, using the what if, you can see if you're satisfying the combined program for the Masters in International Transportation Management and Advanced Certificate. So again, you would click on what if. You're going to have to pick a major, and this time you can actually pick this at the major, at least at this time. This is something that may change, but at the moment we can still do this. So if you go to the next slide, before you would have picked International Transportation Management, now you're going to select International Transportation Management with Supply Chain Certificate. You're going to hit Proceed. And now when it does your center of your program, it's actually going to use this combined worksheet similar to what I showed you. And these courses are going to be listed. And for instance, these courses are being taken at this particular time, so they're in progress, and these courses have been satisfied in previous semesters. And you'll also see that in this particular case, they've taken 2 electives, and they have these 5 and 2, which is 7, but that means they still need one more elective and capstone. And that's what this message here is telling you, that you need 2 classes, one of them an elective and one of them as capstone, or you need to take the thesis classes to complete the program. And hopefully, too long from now, you'll go to DegreeWorks and you'll see 100%, and you'll know you have completed your program and will be ready to graduate at the end of the semester, because this will include the courses that you're taking in the current semester. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me by email or stop by my office. Thank you.